we're sleep deprived on top of that. So again, not every assessment goes perfectly. One of the things that Ryan helped us with was, there's certain times when you have a QA issue that pops its head up and you have to fix it, and in other cases you've got confusion at some points around, am I expired? Am I not? What is all that? So on that point, Ryan, on the expiration of that, can you clear up some of the confusion that's been out there, which is, hey, when you have that date on your report and you're doing your assessment and you go past that report, what's the deal there? Are we expired? Are we done? What's the deal?
So like any good security professional, I'm going to say it depends.
Yeah.
The hard line is if your certification date has passed and you have not already reached out with your assessor to HITRUST to understand the plan moving forward, then yes, your certification has expired at that point. There are mechanisms that were created during COVID because, as you all can imagine and can remember, COVID was this weird time where everything changed, and it changed for us as well, where resources were tight, supply chain was tight, everything was tight, so we had to, work with the market to come up with solutions. And we came up with this idea of a bridge assessment, where it's not a checkbox where you just, request a bridge assessment, HITRUST approves it, and then your certification is extended for, say, 60 days. You actually have to do some delta testing to prove that there hasn't been controlled degradation up to the point where your certification will expire. And then your cert is bridged, if you will, to the new date. But then you have to submit your next assessment prior to that date and get it into QA. Now, another nuance is, let's say your certification date is January 1st. You submit on December 31st, but you don't get your QA reservation picked up until January 15th, and it's not completed until February 1st. There's a little bit of a lull. If your assessment is certified on February 1st, that is backdated all the way back to January 1st. If it's not certified, then likely your cert will have expired. So again, the latter scenario, get with HITRUST, get with me, bring your assessor. We can talk through all of these things and figure out what reality is. People don't realize how accessible HITRUST is and how much we want to be a part of the equation. So help us help you, to quote Jerry Maguire, and we'll likely be able to find an amicable solution based on most scenarios.